Hey guys, Trevor Holt here. It must be the 23rd of June 2026. I'm here in Ipswich Parks again, just cruising, looking directly into the sun. As you can see, that's a good position for fire ants. I'm sitting right next to a fire ant nest here. Yesterday I disturbed this nest and it had winged ants there ready to take flight, sexuals. So I'll just disturb it, and you can see there are other ants that aren't fire ants frequently this spot. But if we disturb this here, let's have a look. You can see all them fire ant winged sexuals. So they'll take flight, thousands of them, and go into the environment. And this is one of the reasons why it's fire ants are a super pest. They can take flight between 3 and 24 times a year. On average, they take flight 13 times a year. That's about once every lunar cycle on average. So these ants will take flight even in these winter months. They won't have the body fat required to establish their own colony, but the females will survive in the environment waiting for the opportunity to adopt a nest. So even when queens are poisoned, there's other queens in the environment that can't establish their own nest that will adopt these nests. So that's why it's important to keep on top of the nests that we find. So having a program that ignores alternatives and ignores a large percentage of the population that have chemical objections for whatever reason. They could be for health reasons, they could be because they've experienced adverse effects with their animals, they could just have lifestyle choices or even organic management practices that are against the chemical solutions that the National Fire Ant Eradication provide. So it's not unreasonable to have alternative solutions to these things, because what happens is if people spot fire ants like this nest and there are no chemical alternatives available to them and they have chemical objections, do you think they're going to report these fire ants? No, they won't. So this is the problem that we have at the moment. So the National Fire Ant Eradication Program is failing to acknowledge that to engage in a large percentage of the population who have chemical objections. So by not having chemical alternative solutions, then they're just trying to bulldoze over them with a big stick and hit them on the head and trying to change their values and trying to change their organic management practices. But in reality, all they're doing is cutting off their nose to spite their face, because people just are going to ignore these things. So And that's the reality of the situation, guys. And as much as they don't want to accept that, and they're going to get bigger fines and start getting bigger sticks to hit people on the head and mandate people to report them on that. But people that have chemical objections are not going to report fire ants to the National Fire Ant Eradication Program, because the only offering that they are giving is chemical solutions, which is against people's values. So they're just not going to report them, and it's as simple as that. So I suggest the National Fire Ant Eradication Program pull on their head and start acting in the interest of the community, business, and industry within the communities. Thanks, guys. See ya. Bye.